Y'all. So, I had this idea for, I don't know what it would be, if it would be a sketch comedy, it would be satire, or ideally it would be real. This would actually happen, and it wouldn't just be a premise for something fictional. But since it's unlikely to become any of those things, I just thought I would share it here in its raw form and see what y'all think about it. So the premise is somebody from 2023 time travels to 2008, and he meets with somebody in 2008 who has one of those equal signs, one of those equal bumper stickers, equal sign bumper stickers on the back of their car. Those bumper stickers that signified marriage equality, meaning they wanted to see gay marriage become law, the law of the land, because it was unequal to say that only men and women could marry. That men should be able to marry men, and women should be able to marry women too, and that would be true marriage equality. Hence the equal sign. So you go up to this person and you say to him, "So you're in favor of gay marriage?" And he says, "Yep, I sure am. You bet I am." And you say, "Well, what if you got gay marriage?" You tell him, you know, you don't have to give yourself away yet. You don't have to say. In fact, I don't know if maybe you don't ever have to give yourself away as a time traveler. That can be negotiated. But you start off by saying, look, the momentum is clearly going in that direction, isn't it? I mean, within 2 or 3 years or so, it's going to be legal everywhere. Uh, and uh, and the guy says, well, yeah, sure, I hope so. I hope you're right. Because he's very sincere. He's down with the cause. And you don't debate him on the issue, but you say to him, okay, so after that happens, will the gay marriage, the same people who promoted gay marriage, will they just take their victory lap and say, okay, well, we're done. We're going to pick up stakes and just enjoy our lives now that we've scored this victory. Is that going to happen? After that happens, are you going to be happy with the way things are? I mean, I know things are, there's always going to be things that are bad, things that are wrong with society, but once this perceived um, injustice gets corrected, will we hear any more from you guys about I don't know, gay stuff or whatever? And he says, well, I don't see why. I mean, that's we'll still be vigilant about promoting gay rights and making sure that gay people are treated the way they should be treated, equal under the law. But after we get marriage, that's pretty much. I don't know what other laws we need to make sure everything's equal. And then you tell them, well, okay, picture this. Just like a couple years after gay marriage becomes the law of the land, it becomes trendy to push for uh, children to change their genders. It becomes in trendy liberal circles. They start saying, well, look, I think my 8-year-old daughter. I mean, I think she's really a boy. She really feels like she's a boy. So I think it should be right to start giving her hormone medication, so that she can transit. Eventually we'll do we'll give her the surgery so that she can become he, and she really is he. In fact, let's also talk about that. Pronouns, he, she. it's pronouns are pretty innocuous here in 2008, right? It's not really, you're not really going out on a limb and being edgy if you use pronouns to describe people, right? And he says, well, no. I mean, yeah. I mean, if I don't know what you mean. Why would pronouns be controversial? And you say to him, well, what if I told you that in a couple of years after gay marriage becomes the law of the land, that people start putting their pronouns in their bios on this thing called social media, which is just getting started right now with YouTube, or not YouTube so much, Facebook. And the guy says, yeah, I love Facebook. I go on Facebook every day. Boy, what a great world Facebook has created. I'm now reunited with all of my friends from high school, and I can keep in touch with my relatives that live in another part of the country, and I've made new friends, and it's been great. This Facebook thing is great. And you say, well, it's going to go a lot further, my friend, and pretty soon it's going to become trendy to say to tell your pronouns, like what do you like, for example, I'm talking to you right now. What are you, a man or a woman? And the guy says, why are you asking me that? Why in the world would you ask me that? Look at me. I'm clearly a man. So okay, so you would say that your pronouns are he, him, and he would say, yeah, obviously they are. Well, that's fine, but some people in the very near future, some people who are biologically male are going to say, no, you need to call me a woman. And the other way around, some people who are biologically female are going to say, no, you need to call me a man. And you need to refer to me by my proper pronouns. And some of them are going to say, I'm not a man or a woman, so you better not call me he, you better not call me she, you better just call me they. I'm a they, them. And, and he says, what? Come on. This is just right-wing propaganda. You're telling me that a couple years after gay marriage becomes legal, that the next thing we're going to do, we crazy liberals are going to do, is push for children to get their sexes changed. If a little girl's a tomboy, we're going to start saying, oh, she must really be a boy. We need to change change her hormonally, and then eventually change her genitalia so that she has a little penis, and, instead of a vagina. And if it's a boy, who's acting kind of girly, who's not into sports, who, I don't know, likes to play with dolls or whatever, we're gonna start saying, little boy, I think you're actually a little girl. Have you thought about maybe trying to maybe taking these hormones, and where you're gonna start feeling more like who you really are, and maybe we can make you into who you were meant to be in the first place. Uh, and we're going to start putting you in dresses and things like that, and that's going to be perfectly normal. And if you don't like it, you're going to be called a bigot. The same thing that you pro gay marriage people call the people who are against gay marriage. You call them bigots, right? Well, these people who are against hormone replacement therapy for 10-year-olds or 12-year-olds or 14-year-olds, they're going to get called bigots. And people who think that this whole identifying with a particular pronoun, or demanding certain pronouns be used, sometimes under force of law, it's going to get to be so that in some places, if you call someone by the wrong pronoun, that you could get fined or even jailed. Come on. And the guy says, all right, this is totally ridiculous, but it's kind of amusing to hear what you crazy right wingers are. You guys are so paranoid about us liberals, about what we're going to do next. You're so stuck on this slippery slope notion. Yeah, so tell me, what else is going to happen? I bet. You know what? Let me stop you right there. Uh, I'll just say, here's something I bet you also think is going to happen in the near future. I bet in the near future you're going to tell me that we're going to have these events where little kids are going to be taken to libraries to hear drag queens read books to them, and tell them, give them, and basically try to propagandize them into doubting their natural sexuality. Right? That's what you're going to tell me next, right? There's going to be like a drag queen story hour, right? That's what you're telling me, you crazy right wing fanatic who claims to be from the future. I guess by this time, maybe the time traveler would have given himself away and said, "Yes, I am from 2023, and these things are happening." And to that, he would say, "Yep, you're exactly right. That also happens just a few years after gay marriage." Oh, another one of these crazy slippery slope notions, huh? Yeah, right. You know what? I bet you're going to tell me also that fashion designers are going to start sexualizing children, and having these high fashion, these high end fashion designers like Balenciaga and so forth. They're going to start having these photo shoots about showing children, being sexualized, and having it be suggested that they're getting molested, and have that be cool and sexy somehow. And you say, yeah, that's going to happen too. That's going to happen too. Gosh, I thought I was from the future. Are you sure you're not from the future? And the 2008 guy with the equal sign bumper sticker is going to say, ha ha ha, yeah. Oh man, you are cracking me up here. Uh, all right, well, we'll see what actually happens then. Supposed 2023 man, man from the future, and then you'll answer him, well, you've assumed my gender by calling me a man. And the guy says, yeah, I assumed your gender by calling you a man. Yeah, so sorry to do that. And you tell him, you realize that in the future you're going to get in trouble if you do that. And he goes, yeah, right. I'm going to get in trouble if I see a man and I assume that he's a man. Yeah, right, like that's going to happen. I'm sure we're headed for just a complete dystopian, totalitarian nightmare uh, because of the slippery slope after gay marriage finally becomes the law of the land. I'm so sure that's going to happen. Really, this has been very amusing. Thank you for talking to me, Mr. 2023 man. And then you tell him, you give him a friendly handshake uh, because he's more amused than offended by you, uh, and because what you've been saying is just so preposterous. And then you end with a kicker. You say, and you know what? Here's the kicker, the aforementioned kicker. The kicker is you, Mr. 2008 man with the equal sign bumper sticker, you're going to go along with all these things. You are going to, you who back in 2008 thought all of these things were absolutely preposterous, would never happen, and that you'd never go along with it if they started to make it happen. If they try to do these kinds of things, you would say, hey, wait a minute, this isn't what it's all about. This isn't what I signed on for when I bought my equal sign bumper sticker. I didn't sign on for Drag Queen Story Hour. I didn't sign on for sexualizing children. I didn't sign on for getting thrown in jail for calling someone the wrong pronoun. That's what you think you're going to do, but in fact, you're going to say, you in all likelihood, unless you're one of the rare members of your tribe, so to speak, the rare liberal who becomes a gay against groomer type in the future, who then gets hated on and lambasted by the rest of them. If you become a J.K. Rowling type in the future, yeah, that's another thing. They're going to say women's sports have to accept men who transition and become quote unquote women. Trans women are going to have to be accepted as women. So you're going to have this big 6'9" muscular swimmer who just is who in college just breaks every record. Because he's a man, he breaks every woman's record and beats everybody by 2 laps. Uh, and everybody just is going to be asked to go along with it. I forgot to tell you about that part. That's also going to happen. And there's also going to be this thing where we're going to be told there's this deadly quote virus everywhere, and you as a good liberal, you're going to be going around saying everything should close down. Everybody should put on your mask. Where's your mask? Put that mask over your nose, mister. And put the thing into your arm. Why aren't you putting this substance in your arm that the government has told you to do, that big pharma has told you to do? You need to do that, you right-wing fanatic. That's going to be you in the future, Mr. Bumper sticker 2008 man. And he goes, ha ha ha, yeah, right, I'm going to go along with all those things. Look, I'm a liberal. I'm not a conformist. I don't just bend to every new trend. I didn't get behind gay marriage because it was trendy. I got behind gay marriage because it's something that's near and dear to my heart. It's something that I strongly believe in. It's something that that I believe it's wrong to deny marriage to men who want to marry men and to women who want to marry women. And it's not a slippery slope. Don't tell me it's a slippery slope. That's just ridiculous. All right. So now I was amused by you, Mr. So-called time traveler from 2023, but now I've had it. I've had it with you, with your shenanigans. So get out of my sight. And you say, all right, well, we'll see you in the future. See you in the future. And then I don't know. There's got to be some snappy way that it ends. I don't quite have the ending down yet, but that's the basic premise. What do y'all think?